Now, the biggest, best solo singer and performer all time, passing Elvis Presley. Round of applause for that. So that's the music. The man, beautiful wife, he's a father, gives to charities, floods, tsunami, tons of activities that he wants to get back in our community, and that's a big deal for our community. So today, he's in Sacramento. So we know Garth Brooks is music royalty, but he's in Sacramento Kings country today, and that's gonna make him Sacramento royalty. On behalf of the city of Sacramento, we're gonna bestow to you a key to the city for Garth Brooks. Come on up, Mr. Brooks.
That's beautiful. Thank you. I want it back.
No problem.
Hey, good to see you. Hey, everybody. Let me first apologize. I look like hammered Dookie, and I'm sorry. We got out of 9 shows in Denver 2 days ago. Crazy city, and look so much forward to coming to a town that makes every other town look really crazy. There was a compliment that was paid to Sacramento almost 20 years ago. The last time we came here, does anybody remember that? Was anybody, well, some of you weren't born yet. Was anybody working last time? Okay. So you remember we came here from Central Park, directly from. It was 2 days later. And the question was, will there be a letdown going back to arenas? This is not when you're going to the Arco Arena. That was the quote. Got a lot of our live record, the double live record. We got a lot of our live record from that house right there. So we love this place. Could not be more excited. The crew and everybody's been prepping for it because this is a great place to play, but they are not going to let you get out of here with anything left. And that's why we love coming here. So feel very much like we're coming home this week, which is what we needed, because this last, we did our first run of 6 shows in 3 days in Denver. We did 3 back-to-back, two show nights. Survived it, felt good, so we feel like coming in here and feel like we're warmed up and kind of ready to go. Talked to the band and crew. Load in went very smooth. Everything's great, so I think we're ready for tonight. I'm not very good at talking at you. I'd much rather talk with you. So if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer those. Just my only ask is, if you're going to ask a question, please tell me your name so we can talk together, please. Yes, sir.
My name is Joe Michaels. I work for KFBK. 25 years ago, you and I spoke when I was a disc jockey in Alpena, Michigan.
Oh, okay.
And you signed my CD, Thanks for Believing. It looks like that belief has turned out. Can you, at that time, are you surprised by the level that you have reached in terms of success?
Oh, well, you know, the first time you hear yourself on the radio, you're surprised at the level that you've been lucky enough to get to. I think my thing here is the greatest gift I've ever been given came from God and the people, and that was the time off to raise my children. The second greatest gift I've ever been given was a chance to do this again. So me and Miss Sherwood are talking to each other. The last child is a junior in high school, getting ready to get in her senior year, and we're trying to figure out what we're going to do with the rest of our lives. And she's the one that said, would you ever think about going on tour again? Which I couldn't believe she said that. And I said, I'd love to go on tour again, but scared no one would show up. So you stick your toe in the water, you put your neck out there, and Chicago happens. And it goes from 1 show to 11, and here they come. And here comes the tour. And in the 90s, we did, I thought, pretty good. I was very proud of what we did in the 90s. And this tour is blowing the 90s away, the numbers, which is crazy. So I think you're surprised every day, to tell you the truth. And then you're surprised how long you get to keep doing it. And I hope I'm surprised for a long time in that category. But thank you for last time I was here. Yes, ma'am.
I'm Tori. I'm from Sacktown Magazine.
Hi, Tori.
Hi. I just wanted to know why you chose to come back to Sacramento specifically and what you like about playing here.
There are 5 places in the world, if you ever ask Garth Brooks, where the greatest places in the world to play. Sacramento's going to be in that fight every time. Every interview I've ever done, I'm going to be in there. I love this place. So basically what this was trying to spread those out to where they're coming on the tour. It's kind of like your set list in the show. When you look at things like The Dance, or you look at things like Call in Baton Rouge, and you see them coming up and you get giddy. And you love what you're doing at the time. You might be singing Rodeo, Two of a Kind, but you know the Thunder's coming up and you know they're gonna go here. And then you know that Friends is coming up and they're gonna go here, and it's all fun. Well, you're rolling through places like Boston, which was fantastic, Detroit, which was fantastic, Denver, which was fantastic, and you see Sacramento waiting on that list. And so we're here for vacation, to tell you the truth. We've come here to have some fun. Yes, ma'am.
Hi, I'm Carla Meyer from the Sacramento Bee. Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Great.
I was wondering if during the 6 shows, will it be a similar set list, or will they be different every time?
Well, you got to think about, there's going to be people, I know you're going to think this is crazy, and I might be wrong. There's going to be people that come to all 6. You want each show, you want them to go, you know what? He didn't do that last time. He didn't do that, and he didn't do it this time. And so they're working, they're thinking, hopefully. They're out there going, the band and this guy is thinking about me. Right, you want to make it different. And then, of course, my family's very physical. We fought all the time. We were the house that the cops would come to all the time because it was just physical altercations all the time. I enjoyed that. It's crazy enough, twisted enough. So I want to be part of that argument at the table of, well, he didn't do that. No, yeah, he did that. No, he didn't do that. And he's saying this or that. That's what makes it fun. So we'll keep moving. Opening night is very different from the following night because all you guys are there. So opening night, we'll run through the things, but once opening night's over, then the floodgates start up and you go kind of off the rails. So it's fun. Yes.
Hi, Garth. John Boyle from 98 Rock,
Hey, John.
Sacramento's biggest rock station.
I see you. Rock station, huh?
Absolutely.
Wow, well, cool.
Yeah, in fact, we gave away free tickets last night, and about 500 people showed up on
No
location.
kidding.
Yeah,
At a rock station.
absolutely.
Sweet. All right.
Tell me, so many artists passed away at an early age. John Bonham and Keith Moon and Jimi Hendrix and on and on and on. Elvis, how were you able to avoid the pitfalls that they fell into?
Well, I mean, it's just, you know, life and death, I think, is chance. I think it's a lot. I mean, there's a plan, and it's somebody else's plan. It's not yours. And you just, I think the thing is you can't predict, and you never know. They say the key ingredient to happiness is gratefulness. And I think that's all you can do. If you guys, how many people in here have children? Okay, how many people have children that are gone now that went to college or, okay. You know right now, you're praying so much that God's going to give me a break, you know, because there's a time where that's all you can do. You can't feed them anymore. You can't protect them anymore. And all you can do is pray for them. And so you say your prayers every night, and however long this is supposed to happen, it will. And the day it's over, all the money in the world it brought you can't buy you one more day, you know. So you just do your best, have fun, be grateful. But when that time comes, it ain't your call. You know, most of the time. So just, I don't know if that answered your question or not. You just play music and you have fun and you be grateful, I guess.
Thank you.
Yes.
Hi, Pat Still, Pat and
Pat.
Tom Show, KNCI,
Good to see you guys.
Garth Radio.
What?
We're Garth Radio.
Garth Radio, I like
Right.
that. I like that.
First of all, welcome back.
Thank you.
And secondly, will you be recording these shows?
We started last week in Denver for the new Double Life 2 record. Never told them. This is the first they'll know because you ask. But we decided to go under the radar on this, let them just be themselves, and they were fantastic. The one song we wanted to get out of Denver with on the live record was Much Too Young, because that's the song that's kind of like their Chris Ledoux anthem there. And we got it, so we feel very lucky to have got that. And we'll come here because this is a great building to record in, you know. Again, so the Double Live 2 record is starting, probably won't be out for another 3 or 4 years. And I think this tour is booked. We have buildings on hold to the end of 2017 on the American leg of this tour. So, but we'll still see at that point, we'll still see only about 2/3 of the cities we got to see on the last tour because Sacramento went from 1 to 6, Denver 1 to 9. These kind of things are going on. So feel very lucky to have that problem and hope that that problem continues on this tour. Yes, sir.
Garth, your marketing plan isn't traditional like other artists where they roll out, a 9-month tour. You just seem to be, you got dates on hold through 17. Why don't you just roll them all out at once?
At the end of my time with my children, I took a job in Las Vegas with a guy named Steve Wynn. Steve Wynn was a good man, very smart guy. Did everything on a handshake, and it was probably the easiest and best gig I've ever had. It was good working for somebody again, because then all the stuff up here you have to worry about, you didn't have to worry about. And it was fun to be an employee of his. He makes it fun. He had two things. He believes that Vegas is a destination, but the show within Vegas can be its own show. So each one's individual, okay? But he said, make each city its own event. Its own, and he says, and watch what happens. So we don't announce what cities are coming up. So I get on my Twitter and I say, I see, well, please hope you're coming to Australia, or hope you're coming to Texas soon, maybe, and you just keep quiet and you smile, because then when that button's pushed, they react like they did here, which was fantastic. And it makes you feel very good. They reacted here so well that it bogged the system down. That's fun. I know it's frustrating. That's fun to get that kind of response, which is nice. So we put on a second on sale and hopefully took care of everybody who wanted tickets, which was great. So, but that kind of excitement, I think, just keeps kind of feeding and rolling for the 6 weeks before you're here. And then when you get here, hopefully it culminates to a party, and this is an event. And I like that. I can tell you this, the crowds, this makes no sense, and you can help me out this with, because I'm not good at physics. How can a crowd be louder than they were in the 90s when they have an iPhone in one hand and they have a beer that now looks like about from my knee down to the ankle? Have you seen these beers yet? These big ones that they're doing? They've got this like here, but yet they're louder. They clap louder. I can't figure it out. But the crowds, not only in numbers, are putting the 90s to shame. In response, are putting. I'm going to go out on a limb, but wait till tonight. You'll see. And I think karaoke has also been a big influence on our nation, because now they never sang like this, but this tour they are singing. It's the easiest job in the world. You just go sometimes, and it's done. There they go to work, and you wait for them to finish, then you get up and you start the next one. And
What's that feel like?
It's wonderful. Really nice. It's to think about getting to do this at this age, especially with a big gap that we had in between the 90s and here, by saying, hey, I love you, but I'm going to go raise my kids. They didn't have to let you back in. But
Garth.
It's sweet that they did, yes.
Garth, Bob Utley with 25 years of hits, a nationally syndicated radio program. Thank you for coming. I know you've got 6 shows ahead here in Sacramento, and I'm very curious about tomorrow. Tomorrow being 2 shows. You've got a 7 o'clock and I guess a 10:30, if I'm not mistaken. I'm really interested in the mental and physical approach to something like that, because you're all in any circumstance, in any show, but you've got 2 that you're stacking on top of each other. How do you pace yourself mentally and physically for 2 shows in one day?
I don't think you do pace yourself, to tell you the truth. When you talk about sports, it's all about your teammates. That's what it's all about. And there'll be some days you come out of the hole on a team and nothing's happening for you. But you're watching some other guy and he's playing his ass off, and it makes you want to play your ass off, right? So our guy, Jimmy Mattingly, fiddle player, you'll see him tonight. Forget it. You'll forget Garth Brooks by 30 seconds into this show when you see this kid. He's amazing. But what Jimmy says, he's walking down the hall. I'm standing right next to him. We're starting our run of 2 shows a night for 3 nights straight in Denver. I'm walking right next to him. He goes, I don't want to hold nothing back, because I don't want anybody thinking I'm saving something for the next show. But dang, if I do that, will I make it through the second show? And here's this talk with himself all the way down the hall. And I'm watching him, and I'm loving it, because that's the truth. Give it everything you got. That new crowd will bring in all this new energy with it. You'll find it. But you can't save anything, because it would break my heart if someone said, he's phoning it in, because he's got 4 more of these in the next 48 hours. So so I think you just give it all you got, and that energy will come from somewhere in the new crowd.
James Rojas with News Radio KFBK.
Hey, James.
While you're in Sacramento, are there any places that you love to go, visit or eat at that you always?
Yeah, I'm a basically. My wife is one of the greatest cooks on the planet.
She has her own cooking show, right?
Yeah, she does. And she gets frustrated that I eat the same thing every day. I'm one of those guys. So I'll probably go to In-N-Out Burger, because we don't have them, there. And then I'll probably go to In-N-Out Burger. yeah, that's probably where it's probably be. People think it's easy to stay 260, but you got to work. Yes, sir. The gentleman back here. I'm sorry.
Hi,
Yes.
Garth. I'm Kathy Park. I'm with KCRA3, the NBC affiliate
Hi, Miss
here.
Kathy.
Hi. You talked about your family. Clearly got emotional there. You took some time off to be with them, but you're on the road with your wife as well. So talk a little bit about that and just what it means to be able to tour with her.
Well, okay. Let's start with the '90s, where these guys were when we were here last time. Sandy and I were married. The girl's mother. It started in '89, '90. No cell phones, so we were gone. That first, and then '90. I think we played 260 some days in 1990. No cell phones, so sometimes it'd be a week before I would find her, call her or something. So wasn't very good as a partner to her. 1992, they hand you your first child. And all I can think is my mom and dad. My mom and dad was there for everything. My dad worked 2 jobs, moonlit on the weekends, but yet every time I was on a sports field or playing field, whether I was on the bench or on the field, look around, he was there. I wanted to be that for my kids. So it started getting into the guilt, started to get to you. So by 1998, we retired from touring. The buses left Texas A&M down there at College Station, and it was done for us. Delivered our last album in 2001, went home to raise our kids. Coming back now, the kids are in college. They're in their own world. If they think about me, they'll text me, because that's kind of how it does. And we talk on the phone. Sandy and I went through our divorce at the end of the '90s. She's doing well on her own. I am with the love of my life, playing music, touring the world. So the guilt is gone. That's sweet. That makes it fun. So the difference between touring in '90s and touring now is Miss Yearwood. In the '90s, this 4 hours you get to spend in this hall over here is fantastic. The other 20 hours would drive you crazy. But now when you're with your best friend, the other 20 hours are as much fun as the 4 hours you can spend in that building. So it's a pretty good ride. I feel very lucky, knock on wood, and good Lord willing, it will continue.
Garth?
Yes, sir.
Andrew Graham with 400 Media Group.
Edward?
Andrew.
Andrew, nice to meet you.
Yeah, just to kind of piggyback on that a little bit, I know that one of your main reasons for retirement was to raise your daughters now that they're off to college. My parents, when I went off to college, used the term empty nesters.
Yeah.
So now that you and Trish are empty nesters, how do you use your time? What do you do for fun when you're not on stage?
Well, it's funny. This tour has not allowed us not to be on stage that much. You don't get many what we call dark days when the light rig ain't working. So we feel very lucky. We've been in Portland, which is the next city. We'll celebrate our 100th show in 16 cities and our 2 millionth ticket. So we've been a pretty lucky lick so far. But I thought it was funny because my wife, she's the one that thought about this whole thing. And I remember the parents at the soccer field when our last baby was a senior said, "Wow, your house is going to be empty here in a little bit." And Miss Yearwood, without flinching, goes, "Yeah, because we're going to be gone." And we haven't seen the house since. So it's been fun. And you're out here with the people you love. You got to remember, let's say, for the sake of math, there's 20 crew guys. 18 of those, probably 18 of those are all original crew members from 90, 91, 92. There's 10 people on stage. There's one person that's been with us less than 18 years. So it's a good gig, man. It's a great gig. Miss Yearwood still has her original guitar player, keyboard player of 18 years. Our youngest guy's been with us for 20 years. So it's a good family out there. So that's how we spend our time. Yes, sir.
You talking about this family piece. One of the songs on your new album seems to be doing really well about mom.
Yeah.
I guess it's kind of an obvious question, but could you talk a little bit about why that song means so much to you?
Yeah, I'll tell you right now, Mom did not perform on radio to the height of how well it's written. I think it's one of the greatest written songs in country music history. And 20 years from now, you're going to see I'm right. This thing's going to live forever. That's a fabulously written song. I wish I'd have had something to do with it, but I didn't. Because it's a song that should have been written 50 years ago. Covers a great subject, and what a wonderful approach about a baby that is yet to be born talking to God about being scared to go down there, and God is telling this baby, now there's somebody special waiting for you, you're going to be okay. Oh, kills me. There's another song on the album called Send 'Em On Down the Road, which if you sent your child off to school, this was hitting below the belt. It was the first one I put on hold. Someone knew, they got me. But fabulously written. You could tell somebody had also walked right through that.
And in terms of that follow-up question with songwriters, Stephanie Davis, who wrote my favorite Garth Brooks song, Wolves. Is she going to be on tour with you this week?
No. Stephanie had her own, when I called Stephanie for this tour, we called her for Ireland first. She had her own radio show, traveling radio show. And then she does her own headlining through there. So when I called her for this tour, she said, I'm still on my way. I said, don't worry about it. So hopefully we're going to see her here somewhere out on the road as a visitor. But yeah, and it's kind of weird not to have her look over there because I love Stephanie Davis. And she's such a joy and such a talent. But no, she's not on this. And Ty is another one that people have been asking about. And Ty's doing his own thing in Oklahoma. He's in Oklahoma, Texas. He's headlining through there. So it's pretty cool to see your buddies go on and do their own thing.
Thank you.
From back here.
Okay.
Hi, John again with News 10.
Hey, Johnny.
My question is just looking into the future in 17 months, like KG said, we're going to have a new arena downtown. Yes. Are you excited to come? Have you seen any of the pictures? Are you excited to come back then?
No, I haven't seen any of the pictures. And to tell you the truth, man, no offense. I'm glad for you guys getting a new arena. But you got to know with Sacramento and his people, it could be a field. It's all about the people. It ain't about the building, man. Love that building over there because it's old school. It's kind of like the Forum in LA, or it's kind of like, any of the old rock palaces. Birmingham has an unbelievable rock palace where you'll hit a guitar and you'll just hear it bounce off the walls and walls and walls. And that's fantastic. That's an old school building over there, but it's still not about the building. It's about the people who fill it up. So I know you guys are looking for a name. Garth Brooks Arena would be great. I think I don't know. I don't have my wallet with me, but I'll see what I can do.
We started now, Garth. Yeah. We started with the one across the street, so we can get
yes. there. Did anybody not get one question they needed?
Can I get you to cut me a couple liners?
Yeah, Nancy's going to do something with the press, and we'll make sure we get everything done.
On behalf of everyone here, you've made us Sacramento proud. Thank you for being here for the next 6 nights. Our 95,000 friends that are going to make through, and those that couldn't get in, are very honored to have you here. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Much. Appreciate it. Thank you.